Well, hello, it's the Todd Father. How you doing, man? You enjoying San Diego?
Chris, every San Diego convention is awesome. And here's why. Look, and this is the truth. People always come up to you during the whole show, and I always say, how's your show going? How's your show going? There's only one answer. It's hard for me to have any other answer. Not me, anybody else. It's going great. What are you talking about? You go into this bubble, people line up to say nice, gracious, kind things to you all day long. I don't understand how you have a bad day, right? So every convention is awesome, right? Because people just are
Do you need
nice.
me to bring you back down to earth a little bit? Do I need to insult you?
Chris, that happens when you walk out the doors of this convention. Then you're back into reality and people are like, hey, get out of my way, dumb, right? And it's like, okay, but in the bubble, you feel good. So like, I want to know how somebody has a bad convention.
So you want to stay in San Diego forever is what you're telling me?
No, I don't go to that many conventions because I don't need it. I'm over my 15 minutes of fame. I'm like, if there's anybody bored of Todd, it's me, right?
Do you think the moment that you became bored of your own fame was when you have your own action figure?
No. Here's I'll tell you one of the moments. You're up on stage and you're up there doing your vaudeville act, right? Which you call the panel. Right? And I think we should be entertaining the whole time. And then I'm like going, and I'm going, and I'm going to tell this story. And I think it's pretty good. It's got a good punchline. But then you have an out-of-body experience because then I sort of float up above myself going, I know this story, Todd. I've heard it 1,000 times. I know exactly how it ends. This isn't even original. And as I'm trying to deliver it, like it's all the first time I've told it, that I'm bored of me talking about me, right? Like,
is this a scoop that you can astral project?
There's nothing in my life I don't know about. So all everybody wants to do, which is what you're going to do in about 5 minutes, is ask me more questions about me. And I've got to go, here we go, right? I don't know if you ever saw this movie, Beaches, with Bette Midler.
Mm-mm.
Oh, shoot. There's a great scene at the end of it where she's like this flamboyant sort of actress and singer. And she's on the equivalent of the Oprah Winfrey Show. And she's watching herself. And I think she's doing something with chickpeas or something. And then she's like, oh, no, don't go there. Don't say that. Oh, no. And because she knows she's doing the shtick.
Yeah.
And then she throws her food at go down. Oh, you went there. I'm sort of the same way. I'm just like, I'm actually a hermit. And I'm not really likable. But, I'm good at shows. But I'd rather be at home doing nothing.
Well, I mean, you did completely go over the segue I gave you about your action figure. Let's talk about that.
Oh, we do have an action figure. You're right.
Why is it barefoot?
Oh, no, because for years and years and years when I went to office, I went barefoot. I walked around barefoot. So we gave the extra pieces. You have the shoes. You can do it either way. Interchangeable feet, right? So,
okay.
So these aren't the only ones, right? But man, here we go.
So just when you want Todd to be
I even got
comfortable.
that shirt. I've got that hat. I could actually dress like this one right here, but I don't know. I actually, this one came with, I thought it was kind of an interesting one. It was a 2-pack, and the other figure it came with was the version of Spawn I created when I was 16. So it's based on the very first full-body drawing I ever did of my Spawn character when I was 16 in high school.
That's so cool.
So you can get the original one because people look at it and they go, that doesn't look like Spawn. Well, it did when I was 16. That's exactly what he looked like. So anyways.
What are some of the other action figures that we've got here?
Brought this one here, Adam West.
Now this, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time we're seeing some of these, right?
Yeah, some of this is pre-orders. Yeah, some of the pre-order stuff here. So Adam West, like we've done them in different sizes, but this is our first 7-inch articulated one. Again, this is like Star Trek when people go, who's your captain? You can tell kind of how old they are. Who's my Batman? Adam West. What are you guys talking about? Adam West. But also, besides, we're going to do them at 7 inches. We're starting to do cloth material, and then we put wires in it, right? And so you can now articulate the cape, right? So again, we make it so that you can hold it.
You
up
can give
on the
Adam West
side.
Batman some epic Spawn moments.
Yeah, you can put it off to the side, like the wind's blowing off to the side, and you can do whatever you want with it. And so the fans seem to be digging it.
No, it's really cool.
I mean, we've done hard capes, we've done soft, and now we do cloth, and they like it. And then the last one here is the one we're going to be going officially. This is we did a Kickstarter right at the beginning of the pandemic, right? Just because, and it's weird, when people are doing nothing, do something, right? Just it works. And so we came up with sort of a remastered Spawn based on the very first toy we ever made, right? So this one is basically going to be a remastered version of Series 1, all the way back 1994. This was Series 1, right? And there was 5 or 6 characters in it. We did Spawn, so the next one is to go, wow, we've learned a lot since then. Let's do our new upgraded one. This is easily our most detailed figure ever. And it comes with, I'm hoping if we hit all the levels, you're going to get dozens and dozens of weapons, shields, masks, chests,
Also,
helmets, like you name it. It's going to come with a ton of stuff.
Shout out to the Ziploc bags. That's how I keep my accessories too.
Well, I can't hold them all up. And then the cool thing too is that some of the interchangeable parts are magnet.
Oh wow!
So instead of having to pop stuff off.
Can I see the figure? Actually, I want to talk about some of the detail that's in this.
Yeah, and I'll give you one with the magnet so you can see how easy it is while you're talking. So you can talk and hold at the same time. Fire away with the questions.
Even the cape. Now, when is the Kickstarter active?
And we're going to do it in August. Like basically just once we get home, get settled from the New York Comic Con. But see the magnet, right? And so you go, I want that one on them. Boom, done. Right. So it comes on that quick. I want to change it. You grab your other ones and you put it on. It's on. Same with the chest and a couple other pieces. So we didn't want people to have to break their toys to swap out pieces on it.
No, that's amazing. Did you guys see me playing toys with Todd McFarlane? Yeah. I just want to make sure that was on camera.
That's it.
Now, I also heard that you've got some...
Oh, one last thing.
Okay.
I'm already starting to bake this. I'm already, the way that Kickstarter works, people need the money. I've got a good life, so I already got the money. So I can pay the bills right now. So we're already starting to make the majority of them now so that when the campaign's over and we assemble it all and we make the last of it, we should be able to set a record for speed. Like it should end sometime at the end of August, and I should be able to deliver it to you, depending where you live in the world, maybe by Christmas, like in 90 days. People are used to like a year or two.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and see if I can do it in 90 days.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, so tell me a little bit about these. I heard there were some Keanu Reeves Berserker figures that were announced. Is that right?
Yeah, we just came from, for people who haven't been to San Diego Comic-Con, the big place is called Hall H. That's the one that has like 6,000 or 7,000 people that can go in. It's like its own little town in there. And so Boom Studios, which is a comic book company, and Keanu Reeves were up on stage talking about their comic book Berserker and his character called B. And we signed a license to do the B character. And so we went up on stage near the end of his panel today, and he pulled off the drapery for the prototype. He hadn't seen it yet either.
Oh, wow.
So he got
What was his reaction? I've been working like a dog in this room, so I haven't been able to see it yet.
Cool, because I had done one of him when he did Matrix and one recently when he did the Cyberpunk video game. But we had 2 of them. We had the regular one, and then we had the one where he sort of super battle damage. That was in the case that he pulled off. And then I gave him the one that is him looking handsome, and he played around with it, and he actually does some cool kind of anime squeaky voices, right? And it was like not quite to the level of Keith David, but it was like it wasn't too bad. He should be doing it. He should be doing animated voices.
Now, are you becoming buddies with Keanu? And
No.
the reason why I ask, the answer is no.
No, he's Canadian. Like he's cool. He's Canadian. He's Keanu. But he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Like again, when I pulled out my Canadian card, he was like. We got that wink, like we know each other, right? That it's like, you're cool, I'm cool, we're good. The rest of the people, they'll catch up, Todd. But
you guys just kind of nod and go, "Hey."
Right. He's a good man. Everything I've heard about people who've worked with him, he's a good man. I like.
Are there any characters in the King Spawn script that you could see Keanu playing?
Yes.
Oh. Wow.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Yes. So, but I only say that because he's a talent, and so you always want talent, right? So, and like I said, he's a good man off camera, right? And for me, because I hang around, you get to do a lot around celebrities and athletes, and I don't know. I think there should be a certain amount of graciousness, kindness,
Sure.
the golden rule,
Right.
with all of them, right? And I can't say they're all created equal, right? And maybe I've said before, Chris, I spent so much time with Stan Lee, right? Especially near the last 15 years of his life, that he just was the epitome of how you should interact with your fans. There was never a moment where he was off put. There was never a moment where he wouldn't take the 5 seconds to make somebody's day, right? And no matter what was happening in his life, for the most part, he would just take the time. And then when he was at an official event signing, man, that 20 seconds that somebody's in front of him, it was magic for that person. It felt so special in that 20 minutes, and then he had to reset and do it again for the next person, thousands of people at a time. So not everybody is trained to do that. So people who can do it, and I hear Keanu is one of them, I tip my hat to them.
Yeah, it seems like it would be exhausting. And then you've got other guys like Wayne Gretzky who will just make you a ham sandwich.
Yeah, ham sandwich by Wayne Gretzky. This is sometimes this is the only reason you really sort of want to strive for celebrity, so you can have those moments. And my moment is Wayne Gretzky making me the ham sandwich, and I was like, man, this is from a career point of view, right? Again, I love my family. Like, those are the highlights of it. But from a career point of view, Gretzky making you a sandwich and asking if you want pickles, it doesn't get any better than that. That's like the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
Everything else is down here.
I don't think I've peaked yet, because my dream is for Todd McFarlane to make me a roast beef.
No, what are you talking about? We'll get some cannoli in you someday.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Last question before we get out of here, because we've ran way off the rails.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard this, but Deadpool and Wolverine features an homage to your classic Wolverine and Hulk cover. So I just was wondering, now that you know that, spoiler alert.
Okay, wow.
There's a scene in there where Wolverine, is like Hulk is reflected in Wolverine's claws. It's just happens real fast, but it's clearly an homage to your cover. So how cool is it to know that your artwork is reflected in what might be the biggest movie of the year?
Every now and then, people will tell me that there's something in a TV show, movie, even sometimes I'm a Jeopardy question, right? Like, it's weird. And so you don't know it's coming. So when it does, it catch you a little bit off.
You're in an Arnold Schwarzenegger book. I don't know if you knew that. I was reading an Arnold Schwarzenegger book, and he mentioned you, and that's all.
Okay.
You seem way less impressed than I was by it, but that's fine.
You get caught off, and you just go, okay, I didn't have anything to do with it, so I don't know. I find that the neighbors get way more excited, right?
Yeah.
They'll come knocking on the door, and they go, man, did you see the Big Bang Theory last night? And it's like, no, I don't watch it, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh man, they mentioned you, and and they get so excited that thing that they're watching, that they're invested in, is saying something about somebody that they personally know, right? And so I've said before, Chris, like I said, I'm bored of me, right? So it's like, oh, they're doing the Todd art. Like, I've seen that image before, right? A million times. But God bless Marvel. They want to keep sort of stoking the McFarlane fires. Keep on going, right? So why am I relevant 30 years later? It's an odd thing to me, but thank you.
Yeah. Well, Todd, it's been a pleasure. As always, I'm sick and tired of talking about you, so let's wrap this up.
All right.
But Todd, no, it's always a pleasure. I love you, man. Thank you. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
You be good.
You too, man.
Stay strong.
Bye.